Hey, hi everyone. I hope everyone is doing well and keeping up with all the content that I have been preparing. I think the first part of the video, if you have watched through it, I think you will realize that salaries in product management, specifically in tech, are definitely above the average market standard. Uh, I think I don't know if you guys have noticed, but this is also a very well structured career path, and you can spend probably a couple of decades, in this field, and you are promised to be getting good rewards over a longer period of time. We have not touched upon like the traditional and the non-traditional routes to become product management, but I just wanted to give you a glimpse of what lies ahead, if you decide to pursue a career in product management in tech, and what are some of the salary structures and how do careers actually progress, right? Let's jump right into one of the companies, that's Amazon. And typically for Amazon, the entry level roles for product management, and I am comparing this in US geography, to give you an idea. If you have completed your masters or MBA in the US location, this is what it should look like. You can do a similar like estimation for India, probably use a factor of one third, but I probably will do another series where I'm looking at in depth on the Indian salaries. I have collected all the data from levels.fyi. It's a great site to give you insight. So on Amazon, I think, for example, you do start as a product manager. Salary breakdown 135K, let's say base. And if you look at the progress that the person makes, right, from product manager to senior product manager to principal product manager, this is going to approximately take 8 to 10 years, depending on how you perform over those 10 years, right? But plus minus maybe 2 years, and you can see like you know what changes substantially at Amazon is not your base salary, because the base salary is just going from 135K to 220K odd, right? Not a big increase. But if you look at the stock jump, uh, obviously every year you're going to get some stock, and those will translate into some units, right? Now, those units, if Amazon keeps on growing, will not be just worth 28K. It's probably going to become, I don't know, 50K for four after 4 years, 5 years, right? So this is where actually the value lies in your overall CTC. I would probably not give too much of weightage, I think, to salary or bonuses in your initial years, because those are your learning years, skill development years. But you will be rewarded, I think, in the industry if you have been consistent, learning or picking up skills, are detail oriented, are curious about problem solving, have a very logical, analytical mindset. And I think I also wanted to highlight uh, the principal product manager stage, which by no means is the final stage. You do have directors, you do have VPs, you do also have head of products. But just look at this staggering number, right? It's beyond of what is usually expected, by most of the, let's say, MBA graduates. It's touching almost half a million US dollars. In Indian terms, I think it will probably translate to around 3.5 crores, right? 4 crores. So the salaries are definitely worth putting in the effort. Let's touch upon another company, Microsoft, which also has a very structured, career progression. So Microsoft goes by the levels. They start at probably 58, 59 for a product manager. Salary is probably around 120K ish on the base. Stocks probably around 30, 35K. They move up to levels, they probably call it like senior PM. And then the last one is the principal product manager. You'll realize that there is not a lot of difference when it comes to different levels in different companies. If you go back to Amazon, for example, a principal product manager overall is making around what, 450K, right? If you look at the previous slide, uh, this one, right? So 450K. Now, if you're looking at Microsoft, they're also doing probably around the same 400K, right? Plus minus 50K. Looking at senior product manager, for Amazon, probably 267K, not much of a difference, right? So, what industry really, rewards is your skill set, your years of experience, your seniority. Also, I think later part of your career, the salaries primarily grow on your stock and variable component. So you see, I think you probably started at bonus of whatever 24K that has reached to like almost double, and I think on higher grades, right, like VPs and directors and above, the cash component I think remains probably more or less the same, but your stock and I think bonuses can definitely go up depending on how well your group is performing, right? So um, I'll also give you an idea about a non-man companies. So this is basically Walmart's um, group product manager, probably similar to what you saw for principal product managers for both Amazon and Microsoft. Base overall, it is touching around like 400K. Base salaries are same, RSUs and target bonus, right? Look at, I think, these details, the years of experience, and by years of experience you need to have relevant years of experience. The person obviously has had like good number of years within the companies also, and then they have like at that level I think they have spent good number of years. So in this case they have spent 4 years within the company, 1 year at that level. Total product experience is around 11 years, right? So uh, I think keep an eye on this site levels.fi whenever you get demotivated, whenever you feel like I think the path is like really tough. Salary should not be the only motivation, but I guess I think if you were to ask of incentives, and that drives your motivation, I think you need to have a very hard look at what tech companies are paying and why you should be like constantly, invested in developing the skill sets. One call out that I'll, you know, talk about is that outside of tech companies, the pays for product might not be as lucrative as like the tech companies. So you have product management role, let's say in media agency companies, you have product management role in advertising, you have product management in banking and finance also, right? uh, you might have to do your own due diligence to see like how far off you know you are from your desired salary level, but uh, I wouldn't be surprised that there could be probably 20% variation there. I wouldn't be surprised if product management in other like verticals is also catching up with tech, because the talent is really scarce. It's not easily available. People take good number of years to build up skills, and then only they become marketable, right? So I hope you got good insights into how the salary structures break down. For these tech companies, uh, you got also good understanding of how career progresses within organizations. And one final call out that I like to make: all of these roles would typically tend to be individual contributor roles. Uh, I think beyond group product manager, for example, for Walmart, and principal product manager for Microsoft, you might be given somewhat of people management responsibilities, but by and large, I think all of the product management roles that at least I am aware of and have spoken to folks in these companies, they tend to be typically, individual contributor roles. So if you're aspiring to be a people manager in product, that's going to take even more years beyond like your principal and group product manager. So keep that in mind. Don't have the expectation of managing a team straight away at PM and senior PM levels. It's going to take a good number of years before you reach that level. So I hope you found this video useful. Do like and subscribe to my channel. And for until next time, uh, stay tuned.